What is up, my dudes and that one girl likes a man with some warm hands? I got you, one girl. This is Bikes, Beards, and Brews. Let's kick that intro. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Before we kick this one off, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification. New videos are coming weekly. Ring that bell, you know when they drop. Let's get the other stuff out of the way. Want to save 10% on our Cardo communicator or save some money on some Beyond Riders gear or on some Hogworks gear? Then you should definitely check my referral links down below. Want to support me and all my do-gooderness like these cool guys here? Boom! You should become part of the Brew Crew and join the coffee page down below. Want to know why I'm asking you for money? Well, next to those 10,000 Amazon affiliate links that also go to a good cause is a link explaining what I do with your money. Get it, got it, cool, let's move on. Alright guys, so today I have another review coming your way, and today it is going to be some Kemi Moto Heated Gloves. For some of you that may be having some deja vu here, yes, 2 years ago I did review some Kemi Moto Heated Gloves, and I'm actually going to be using those as a comparison towards the new ones, because hang with me here, Kemi Moto has made some big and very impressive changes on these gloves. This is not just a little sort of change or, you know, a little bit of the same. This is really cool. And part of this is we're going to be using the sky cam. That's right. So you can just kind of look down, see everything. It's cool, whatever. So let's get into this, shall we? All right. So first and foremost, when you order some Kemi Moto gloves, they're going to come in this box. Pretty sweet. Nothing crazy, but you know, nice packaging. Everything's there. It's all good. We're gonna crack this open. We're gonna check this out. Inside, you got a pair of gloves, obviously. You got a little carrying bag. This is actually new. This is not something they did in the last version of this. You've got your instruction guide. Yeah, we'll get right on that, won't we? And then you've got a box here with your batteries, and we'll get into the batteries in a minute, because this is one of those big changes that I am very impressed with. So yeah, hang with me on that one. All right, so first things first, I want to compare these new Kemi Moto Heated Gloves to the old Kemi Moto Heated Gloves, and overall this makes my review much easier to do. So as I said, I've had these for 2 years. These still look pretty damn new. Here, let's get them on the sky cam here. Check them out. I mean, I have used these for the last couple of years. These have been absolutely great. Some of the features I want to get into that I think are just great about these gloves are you have the reinforced knuckles, you have that little sort of rubber thing right there. That's to clean off the lens of your helmet when you are riding and it is raining or snowing or whatever it may be. This is something that has carried over from like the skiing industry and all that. And I think it's great that they have this on these gloves, because I can't tell you how many times I have used this when stuck in the rain. We'll flip them over. You've got the adjustable straps here, 2 different points. So you've got it right here at your wrist, and then you've got it at the top of the gauntlet. Makes them quite comfy. You've got these anti-abrasion pads. You've got these little pads right here just to make your ride a little bit more comfortable. You've got your little silicone grips here. Overall, like I said, very good gloves, very well constructed. So what is new in 2025/2026? Glad you asked. So this is the new heated glove, and there's a lot of similarities here. So first and foremost, let's talk about these. So you've got the nice little protection on the knuckles there. You have that little rubber blade to clean off your lens. You've got these nice reinforced knuckles again. Your buttons for power are there. We're gonna get back to that soon enough. Flip it over. Again, you have the strap at the wrist. You have the adjustment at the cuff. You've got your anti-abrasion pads down here. You've got your anti-wear pads right there on the thumb. You've got your silicone pads. This is also 3-finger touch for screens and all that other fun stuff. So that finger, and your thumb you can use for touch screens. I have used this. I have tested it. It works great. These gloves are also windproof and waterproof. As I said, old pair, same construction. I can verify this. I have been stuck in a lot of rain. I've been stuck in a lot of cold, and it makes a huge difference. These gloves stay dry. The gauntlet comes up and covers the top of my coat so I don't have rain running up my sleeve. 90% of the time, even in the summer, when I am running my rain gear, I will keep these gloves in with my rain gear because they are so reliable. So let's get into some of the differences between these gloves because, again, Kemimoto came in hot, no pun intended. They made some really good, thoughtful upgrades to this glove, and I am beyond excited about this. First and foremost, right here you'll see that there's a power button. We got a power button here. We'll be back to that. The old one only heated the top part of the glove and down the fingers, which was very effective. For me, I didn't mind this because I also have heated grips on my bike. Not everyone has that. And that's one of the big differences that this glove has. So if you look, there's actually two different zones on this. You've got heating for the back of the glove and you've got heating for the palm of the glove. I have tried this out. You can definitely feel the heat. So again, it's heating right here. It's coming down the fingers, but now it's also heating right here. That makes a world of difference, and I think that is absolutely awesome. Now, the other big difference are gonna be these battery packs. And before I open this up, let me show you the old ones. So if you have heated gear, I am sure you're familiar with this type of battery pack. This is fairly standard. For Kemimoto, this is a 2500 milliamp battery. You only charge it by that one little adapter. You get like a little power cord. You've got to keep track of that power cord for the rest of your life because for some reason it only fits batteries like this. And if you lose it or you don't bring it with you or you don't have a spare, you're kind of screwed. That is a huge downside. Another thing about battery packs like this, you don't know if they're charged or you don't know how much charge is left on the battery. So if you've gone for a ride and you've stopped somewhere, you don't know how much longer you've got, good luck. You're just not gonna know with these. These are charge and pray. There are so many different times I have gone to leave my house and first thing in the morning, I'm looking at this going, did I charge these last time? Did I charge them last night? Are they full? Are they empty? What's going on? That is always one of those things that I get hung up on, especially because I forget to charge things quite often. So kind of sucks. Now this is where the difference really comes in with these new gloves because these new batteries, let's get that out. First off, 3000 milliamps. So this is 500 milliamp larger than the last model, which means you're gonna get more charge out of this. But this also comes with indicator lights to tell you how charged it is. So there's no more guessing, you know it's right there. And then let's say you're on the road, it's getting kind of low, you've gone for a long ride, you want to charge these up a little bit before you come home, you don't have to worry about bringing that weird charger with you anymore. This charges with USB-C. So as long as you've got a USB-C cable, you're good to go. Most of us have those. That's what most of our phones are charging off of. That's what a lot of our connections are. That's a lot of what the standard is going to. So there's a fairly good chance that you can use like a phone charger, a friend's charger, something that's like at the house you're at, the bar you're at, whatever you want to do. You can top these off pretty nicely and you're good to go. Now the pack is a little bit larger than the old one, although it seems to be just a little bit thinner, give or take. When I had this in the glove, it felt perfectly comfortable. I'll show you right now. So you plug it in, and this is another thing, the way this one's set up and designed, everything's much more streamlined, so it's not as awkward. I'll show you what I mean. So with this battery pack, we'll get right in here. There's a little Velcro pocket inside. Again, the construction is the same. You've got your little charger, but that's how your charger goes in. That's, no matter which way you put that, that's kind of awkward. It's not comfortable, and it is noticeable when you've got that glove on. With this one, again, that is nice, that is neat, that is clean. It's all running down the side. This is great. nice and snug. Bam. Now we got our glove. So the other cool thing about this is if you don't want to heat the palm of your glove or you don't want to heat the top of your glove, this has 2 zones on it. So if you only want to do the back of your glove, if you only want to do the palm of your glove, you just turn on the palm. You just turn on the back. These run separately. If the palm's getting too hot for you, you can turn that one down and leave the top on high. This is good if you're riding because, you know, the top of your hand is going to be getting more of that cold air than the bottom of your hand. That's probably death gripping your handlebar at the time. So you can set this. There are 3 different settings on here. So you have low, medium, and high. Kemimoto claims on low, you can get 6 to 8 hours out of this battery with both of these on, front and back. And on high, you can get 3 to 4 hours with both sides on. Now, obviously, that is going to differ depending on the temperature outside, depending on how warm you like the glove. A couple different variants there. So take that with a grain of salt, but still, on high, 4 hours, or even 3 hours if you're going the low end, that's still a good ride. Honestly, because these are windproof and waterproof, you're probably not gonna have to run them on high unless you are in some serious Arctic temperatures. Whenever I've used these gloves, 9 times out of 10, I am running them on low or medium. Once you break the wind, the warmth will stay in the glove and keep your hand warm. So you're gonna get probably about 5 to 6 hours out of this. Hold the button, shut it off. Again, you can have just the palm or just the top running if you want. That is well thought out, well designed. I appreciate this a lot. And just to give you an idea of the size of the glove, how thick it is versus my bare hand, there you go. Obviously, a little bit of thickness there, but I do like the fact that these are overall fairly thin gloves as well. I've used other winter gloves. We've all had them on where they're big and bulky. I don't like anything that takes away the feeling that I'm getting while I'm holding onto my handlebars, that connection to the bike. These definitely help out with that quite a bit because of their thin construction. Now, these gloves also come with their own USB-C cables, so don't worry about hunting some down. They are here, but again, USB-C, it's universal, so you don't even need to use these cables and you don't have to worry about it if you lose these. All right, so finally, let's talk price. These are $129.99 on the Kemimoto site. However, if you've ever been to Kemimoto, you know there are always insane sales, like 24/7. There will be this little wheel that pops up, you spin it, and like it'll be like get 50% off and 6 more pairs free. When I was just on the site looking up some of the details for this, I believe I saw a sale saying that these gloves were 35% off. So don't be afraid of that price. If you go check out their website, there is a really good chance you're going to be paying sub $100 for these, USD of course. If you're in another country, you figure out your prices. It's on the website, you got it, no problem. Overall though, I have no doubt that these are going to serve me as well as these have. And these aren't going anywhere. This is going to be an extra pair that I may just leave in my car, or again, just leave in my rain gear for the summers, because I'm usually not turning on those heat packs in the summer when I'm riding. I just need something that keeps me a little bit warmer, dry, and wind-free. And these do that job, no issues. So that's what I've got. What do you got? These look good to you? Have you had Kemimoto gloves before? Sound off in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, share this video with friends, share it with family, share it with that one dude you know with like really weirdly cold hands. Maybe this will help him out. He loves this stuff, trust me. I'll see y'all on the flip side.